In this one, we're going to feed the fish, we're going to feed the Trac, the Midas and the Parachromis multifasciatus. So let's go and do it. So just before we get to feeding the fish, I'm going to show you what I'm going to feed him, and I'm keeping it quite simple today. So we're going to feed the Trac and the Midas the cichlid gold, which is, this is a large pellet. So as you can see, it's quite a decent size for those because they are big fish. And for the Parachromis multifasciatus and the salvini, also the female lonai, we're going to feed this. It's like a fine granule by Norfin. It's a Bug Pro. This is a cracking food. I love this food, honestly. Norfin as a whole is brilliant. So anyway, that's another video I just wanted to show you, so let's go and feed them. Alright, so I've got a lid open ready to feed him and he knows it's coming, but just a quick one. Yesterday I was actually talking to my local Maidenhead about replacing this tank. So I got this from Maidenhead Aquatics and it's made by a company called Seabray. Now, for me, these tanks are phenomenal, honestly, and the quality of the glass, the quality of the cabinets are the best I've ever had and the cheapest I've ever had as well. So what I was pricing up yesterday for him to go here, it was a 6x2x2. As you can see, quite big, and in my opinion a 6x2 would give him so much more. This is only a 5x18x24, so that extra room would be fantastic. But anyway, let's give him a feed. Right, so I'm doing this one-handed, so we've got to make sure that we drop this in and the camera is where we need it to be. So I've got a lot of balancing skills here, so let's get it dropped in. It's not too bad. Oh, we got a good one there. So yeah, like I said, he carries cichlid gold for him. It's all he will eat. He doesn't really eat anything else. We had a situation in time once where he wouldn't even eat. I went through a period of time with this fish where he wouldn't eat anything, and then he would only eat a cichlid gold. I throw anything else in there, he's not interested, and there's a reason for that. It's a long story, but I'm kind of gutted about it, to be honest with you. Let's get a side view, because I'm not a massive fan of a carry, but he is, so it doesn't matter what I think, does it? So, you know, he likes it, so that's all that matters. But it's not the best ingredients, although he is stunning. You know, he is everything I want him to be, so it can't be that bad, can it? And I know that a lot of cichlid guys talk to me about the fact that their cichlids will only eat this food, so at the same time it's something that makes them go for it. And I know it's really good for colour. But yeah, anyway, that's what I feed him. It's all he ever eats. He won't eat anything else. I do give him the odd bit of live food, so he will have some bloodworm sometimes, because like I said to you, I don't really feed that a lot either. I feed that in my fish room, but not to the bigger guys. So yeah, he's on the Akari cichlid gold large pellets. Look at him, stunning. I can't get you. Honestly, I could never show you this fish enough. He's beautiful, honestly. I love him. I love him. Trigger. You know, when we was talking about names the other week around the channel, my granddaughter named this guy Trigger as well. Trigger the Trac. That's why he's got a name and not a lot of my fish have names, because she did stop naming my fish when she grew up, basically. So, but yeah, he is stunning. He's enjoyed those pellets. There's a couple more left. He will. Sometimes he does leave a couple and then goes back to them, but he always polishes off. I don't throw a lot in the tank, so I'll feed him twice a day, the amount you've seen, and then sometimes I only feed him one of those amounts a day. I'm not someone who, I think, in my opinion, we overfeed our fish. Most people overfeed the fish, and probably people would argue with me about that, but that's my opinion. I think people overfeed the fish, to be honest. So yeah, he is beautiful. Anyway, let's go and feed the Midas and the lonai. Let's go and feed the Midas. We will do the Parachromis next, but right now we're going to go down to little Morris and the female lonai. So what I do is I throw some cichlid gold in for Morris, and I also throw the Norfin Bug Pro in for her. I'm just going to drop it in the feeding hole over this end. all in. There you go. She'll munch the little bug pros. He'll take the Ikari cichlid gold. There is another food that he will take. It's like a Tetra Pro crisp. They're only small as well, but he'll eat them because he's another one that only seems to like his Ikari cichlid gold. And as I've said before, these are the odd couple. I actually love these being together, and it's mad because I've got a male Lyonsai in another tank. But these just get on so well. He will chase her. He does chase her about, and she'll go in that pot. But on a whole, and you'll see in all my videos, she's out quite a lot. And she has grown pretty well. I got 2 of these from Wharf Aquatics last December. So nearly a year ago, I got 2 of them. And the female's grown really well. I'd say she's probably around 5 inches. I'm not showing you because she's just behind that wood, as you see, picking up the bits of Bug Pro. But he is absolutely stunning. Another, just let me pan you back on this. So this is a 4 foot, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone who knows these dual tanks, they're either 90 gallons or 100 gallons, I can't quite remember. But again, like I was saying about the Trimark, I need to get a bigger tank here, but the good thing with this is I can get a bigger one. There's just a load of crap in that bit there, but I can get a 5 foot by 2 foot on this stand. So that'll be, that along with Trigger's tank will be my priorities for these fish, because I'm going on about Trigger being in a small tank. Morris is bigger, so Morris I reckon is probably a couple of inches bigger than Trigger as well, and we've got the female in here as well. So let's just get back closer. So yeah, that will be another priority as well. There is a pleco in this tank. It's underneath that filter. It's the Royal Pleco L190, and I will throw some tablets in at night time for that to come out and eat. And I think it's less lively in this tank, probably because little Morris fends it back off. It doesn't seem to bother it. I never see it bothering it, but it's not as outgoing in this tank, so kind of sort of like could be something to do with that. But yeah, these are a great pair, absolutely love them. And yeah, anyway, let's go and feed the Parachromis multifasciatus and the salvini. I think that the multis may be spawning at the moment, so they may not come out and eat, but I'm sure the salvini and the silver dollars are going to take some of this food. And just let me show you this male here. This male started to colour up. He's absolutely lovely. He's aggressive. So let's get the food in and see what happens. Like I said to you, this is the Bug Pro. They're all coming. Here they come. Here's the salvini. The biggest one is a female. They're just chomping away at that. Like I said, the multis have not come out. The male's in that pot. He's seen it. And now this is, a lot of you might think this is food's too small for the multifasciatus, but they love it. They eat it. I have got a Norfin cichlid formula that they usually have, which I probably should have got some of them out. But like I said, last couple of days, they've not really been eating much. You know, he's going to go down for some. Look, he's eating some. So the female is coming over, look. So they're definitely going to spawn. They're just taking the time with this spawn. But yeah, you can see she's egg bound. But yeah, the salvini, polishing it off. And like I said, that male salvini there, here, he's come on a treat. Look at him, his colour's coming out. Like I said to you on another video, you've got to be patient with this species because they're slow growers. And that male there is beautiful, isn't it? Got that male from Wharf Aquatics as well. This female here, I've got a funny feeling that him and her are starting to pair off, but she was really bright, but as soon as he's brightened up, she's dulled off. So, you know, something's definitely happening, something's happening anyway. And like I said, where's the other male? There's the other male there. There's the other male. I got these two males at the same time, and as you can see, that one there is the dominant male. Stunning that, isn't it? Lovely these. And actually what's really good is they fit in really well with my multifasciatus, and actually good tank mates at the moment. I find these Parachromis multifasciatus to be quite, they're not plastied as such because they can kick shit out of each other, but any other fish in the tank, they're not bothered. Obviously when they have fry, they do bash the silver dollars, but I have had one lot of fry with these salvini and they just fended them off to the other side of the tank. So these are not that bad. I'm very lucky because I know other people who have had pairs of these that are brutal, and they're brutal with each other, but you know, so far so good with them. We've had them a while now as well, but yeah, I am loving this salvini, and he's just picking that bug pro off. Look, he's just nailing it, he loves it. Them silver dollars can eat, and the good thing, you know, we put these in the tank for dither fish to basically take some of the aggression away from the aggressive cichlids, but I tell you what, the good hoovers as well, they proper finish off any leftover food. They're great for that. My substrate's always great. No leftover food with these about, honestly. But the thing is, they should really be eating veggie foods, but again, they're in a tank with meat eaters, so they do polish up. And that's the female. The female and male are from very different sources. I do think the male is a better quality. This female's a little bit, I don't think she's the bestest quality, but do you know what, if we get, I mean, she used to have a male, as you know, but if we can get her to pair off with that, I mean, don't get me wrong, when she's coloured up, she's fantastic, but I'm loving him, honestly. But anyway, guys, yeah, feeding video done. I know I don't do them that often, but I just thought, you know what, we'll get the food out and we will do some feeding. So the tanks are an absolute mess now, but yeah. Anyway, we're going to finish on Little Morris. We're going to call it a day. So I want to say a massive thank you for all the support you give me. I say it all the time, I drone on about it, but I do mean it. It does mean a lot. He's loving that cichlid gold look. If you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, please consider subscribing. Click the subscribe button, ping the bell for notifications, and it just basically lets you know when I'm uploading. It's free of charge, and if you get bored of me, you can just click right back off it. Anyway, guys, that's me signing off, and I'm going to see you all on the next one.